So, Mickey Thomas, how's it going with you in the land of raiding the rock vaults?
Well, I haven't got there yet. I'm going to be heading over to Las Vegas tomorrow. I actually have a show tonight in Sacramento, California, and then I'll be heading over tomorrow, and then we'll be my first show will be Friday night with Raiding the Rock Vault, and I'm really looking forward to it.
How many sessions did you practice into you doing this and choosing the songs, etc. for raiding the rock vault?
Well, we the songs that I'm going to be doing, I chose in conversations over the phone with John Payne, who is the musical director for the show, and we talked about which songs that I would be doing, and picked out the three songs that I'll be doing in the show, and then I sent him over the arrangements, and then the band has worked it up, and then I'll be able to get in and have a rehearsal Friday morning with the band, and then we'll do the show Friday night.
Must be a great feeling, to be, playing with so much great players that you don't have to make intensive research to play the songs, etc. That's great.
Yes, these guys are all great players. They all have tons of experience. Have been in many famous bands. So these guys are all pros, and they know what they're doing, and they make it real easy for you to just walk on stage, and it all comes together, and you don't miss a beat.
So Mickey, how's 2013 doing for you up to now?
Well, it's been a great year so far. I mean, we've been doing some really some cool Starship shows, and I just finished a new Starship album. So we have a new album that's going to be coming out. The release date is September the 17th. And it's the first new Starship album in many years. So I'm really excited about that. Hope the fans are excited as well. And it's called Loveless Fascination. So we just, finished that. Been working on a new blues album, as well as all the Starship tour dates, and busy and loving it.
Would you say, with the internet and stuff, jobs get offered quicker, nowadays, and to do more work?
Well, we do get offered a lot of jobs over the internet, but I do have a really great booking agent. Everything goes through my agent, and then she, decides which gigs are real, which gigs are viable, which gigs are trustworthy, and then puts it all together for me and routes it, and make sure that we get to play the best places possible.
Now, Mickey, let's say for this new Starship coming out, is there going to be like a promo video, that you're going to be doing as well?
I'm not sure yet. We're going to be actually talking about that next week, about the whole marketing program for the album, and hopefully a video will be included as part of that.
Now, for recording this album, how was it recording it, let's say, going to the studio?
Well, it was great. It was a lot of fun. The guy who produced the album is Jeff. His name is Jeff Pilson, and he's not only a producer, but he's a great songwriter and a great musician, and very creative, very energetic. So Jeff helped me with every facet of making the album. We did it at his studio in Southern California, and it's all live. Starship Band is on it. Jeff Pilson, the producer, plays a lot of instruments on it, and then we have a few guest artists as well along the way. And it's really the best, probably, I think, the best album I've ever done.
One thing too, when you do go play concerts, with Starship, where do you start, to look at the set list for like a tour?
Well, with our set list, I try to be sure that I include all the songs, everything that people would expect to hear from Starship, and everything that I've helped create with Starship over the last 30 years or so. So it goes all the way back to Jane and Find Your Way Back and Laying It on the Line, No Way Out. We Built the City, Sarah, Nothing's Gonna Stop Us. And we do some of the really old stuff from the Jefferson Airplane and early Jefferson Starship. So we try to leave no stone unturned, and touch all the different eras of the music that's been created over the years by the Starship and all the other incarnations of the band.
Do you find too with the internet, the people, you're showing your music to a newer generation of people as well? Would you look at it like that too?
Oh yeah, I think that classic rock in general is very popular among younger people, among 20-something-year-olds. I have a couple of daughters in their mid-20s, and them and all of their friends all love classic rock, and love the music of a lot of the bands that I kind of came up with and toured with a lot in the 80s and still tour with, Journey and Loverboy and REO Speedwagon, and you know, they the younger kids love all that stuff.
In that sense, the rock, will never die. Certainly the classic rock
No,
era of music.
it won't. It never will die. They don't call it classic rock for nothing because it's classic and it does have staying power.
Now, do you think someday in the future music's going to be repeated as, the classic rock genre, to actually do it just like it was back in the day?
Well, yeah, I think a lot of bands are doing that. I mean, most of the bands from that era are all still touring, probably playing more live shows now than they did 25 years ago. So they're definitely keeping the music alive via live performance and still making records. And then I think a lot of the new bands today really try to emulate the sound of a lot of the popular bands from the 70s and 80s. So it's still around. It's never left. But it's not going anywhere.
So, Mickey, basically you're going to keep very busy for 2013, and I'm sure 2014 is going to be the same. Schedule is going to be probably even more busy.
Yes, I would think so. We have plans to go to Brazil in October, and then we're going to New Zealand and Australia in February of next year. So I imagine 2014, especially after the release of this new album, is going to be busier than ever for us.
Do you seem to think that, now, you're going to be going to places you never went to, if there is such places you never went to?
Oh, yeah, there are places. There are places I haven't been. I've never been to Africa. I'd love to go there. I've never been to the Middle East. I'd love to go there. I've never been to Russia. So tons of places I haven't been that I'd love to go.
And this generation, it's changing, and you get to play there, because back in the day you probably couldn't have went for some reason.
Yeah, it's easier. Today's world makes everything a lot easier. It's a small world when you think about how we're all connected with the internet and all that, and cyberspace is it's a good thing. This whole social network thing, it makes it able for you to get closer to your fans, not only in America but all over the world.
And does a person like Mickey Thomas have an iPad and an iPhone and stuff like that? What do you own?
I do. I have an iPhone and an iPad. I'm not a huge Facebook person, but I do have all of those things, and I use it mostly for entertainment and for information.
Excellent stuff. Well, Mickey, it's been a pleasure talking to you about this stuff, and Raiding the Rock Vault, I'm sure it's going to be great.
It is.
Look forward to seeing you someday.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, Raiding the Rock Vault is going to be a very exciting show, and I can't wait, and I hope anybody who gets a chance to come to Vegas in the next week or so will drop by and see it.
Excellent stuff. Well, you have a great summer, and talk to you again.
Okay, thanks, man. I appreciate it.